Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to our podcast, Talking Points. My name is Caesar, and I will be your host for this podcast. I am currently a student in business administration and marketing. And if I had to say something I like, I'd say napping and eating. Those are my two main things that I enjoy. Now, I am joined here by a couple of guests. Would some of you please introduce yourselves?
Hibbity dibbity doo, how do you do? I'm Anthony, and I'm also in business management, and I tend to sleep a lot. That's pretty much it.
And longboard during summer.
Yes, sometimes during winter.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Clickety clackety duck. My name is Tommy. I'm in the same program as Caesar and Anthony. What I like to do is watch movies and play volleyball at school.
Yippity yippity do. How do you do? My name is Harry, and I'm in the same program as Tommy, Anthony, and Caesar. Matter of fact, we're all from the same program, so I'll cut you straight to the point on that. And I really like food, and I really like cinema.
Hi, my name is Vanier, and I like tattoos.
Okay. So, since this is our first time, we just want to explain a little bit about this. So, we currently have a group, an assignment in one of our classes where we need to start a social media page with something that we enjoy. And although this is a project, we actually do enjoy this and we are friends. And we do have a lot of things to talk about. And so, we hope that you'll be another part of our friend group and join us in listening. And hopefully, you can comment and like and tell us your thoughts on what you think. Now, the podcast will be about Vanier or anything Vanier, but not strictly just that. So, we're going to talk about places you can go around to eat. We're also going to talk about Vanier secrets, a little bit of Vanier history, maybe even have special guests, and even maybe, secret confessions that will be sent to us. So, first things first, this weekend was a pretty busy one for a lot of the people in the business program. For example, I, for one, was very busy since I also participated. And what am I talking about exactly? I'm talking about the case competition. So, for those of you that don't know what a case competition is, Harry can explain it to you guys.
Okay, so I didn't personally go to the case comp, but I heard it was a lot of fun. But essentially, what the case comp is, it's a thing that's organized. It's an event that's organized by Vanier, where you get a marketing case in which you do analysis and you try to come up with a marketing plan for according to the situation that you're presented with, and then you compete with other colleges, sometimes even universities. When they also do this at universities, and you compete and you try to present the best plan. There will be a set of judges that give you a score, and based on that, there's multiple rounds, and then at the end, there's one big winner for all of it. And Vanier participates in this annually, and this year it happened over this weekend.
And not only do we participate every year, but we actually host it in collaboration with Scotiabank. So Scotiabank is the one that finances everything, but Vanier are the hosts. So we're the ones that organize the event. We have our volunteers which come and tend to do the photography, the MC. MC would stand for Master of Ceremony, which are the people that introduce groups. We also have the people that guide all the groups, the people that make sure that the groups aren't cheating and leaving the room and communicating with their coaches. So, for example, one of our guests today, Alejandra, she actually was participated or volunteered at the event. So, Alejandra, how about you tell us a little bit about what you did this weekend?
Well, I was in team pictures, so what I did was just basically taking headshots of everyone. Yeah.
Okay, and let me ask you a little bit about that. So, I don't know about you, but personally, I like photography, but I'm horrible at it. So, like, would you consider good at photography? Did you even need any skills, or what did you require for that?
I didn't take the pictures. Like my friends took the pictures. I just wrote the names of the person and their info and just sent them pictures. But I think they do because at the micromedia department it's actually like complex.
Okay, and yeah, I think you're right. I think I heard that this semester they actually got the help of Micromedia to help around with the photography and everything. And would you say it was fun? Did you regret your choice on what you wanted to do as a volunteer?
It was really fun. It was just so fun. Everybody loved us.
Oh,
We were the
really?
best team.
The
That's
best
what I'm
team.
gonna say. We were the best team. Like everybody was like, "Yeah, I want to take my picture because they're there."
Oh, good, good. And Would you say you would do it again if you had the chance or not?
Yeah, of course, totally. We just became besties.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. What about you, Anthony and Tommy? In case one of you wants to take it first, do you think you would have liked to participate, or is not something you're really into? What do you think about it?
Um, I personally would have loved to participate, although I didn't have the chance to. My grandfather came back from the Philippines.
Wow.
Excuses, excuses, I know. But um from what I've heard, yeah, you guys said it was really fun. A lot other students said it was really fun. And I feel like I really missed an opportunity. But hey,
Oh, it's
there's
all good.
always next time, I guess. I could always pay as a visitor and then come next year.
Yeah, of course, no. And I've actually heard from George. George is a business administration teacher, and he's the one that actually organizes it. So George actually talked to me, and he told me that they have alumni who actually come year after year and help with the organization. I actually replaced one of the alumni because they ended up not being able to come. So what about you, Tommy? Would you have liked to go or not really?
I think, well, I've spoken to one of my friends about it because we both didn't have our stage course yet.
Okay.
So I think we thought it was pretty interesting,
Hmm.
and we do plan on participating next year
Okay,
if ever
good.
it happens again.
Good, yeah. No, honestly, from personal experience, it was a lot of fun. It is a little bit stressful, especially if you have a position like what I had to do. And for those of you that don't know, I'm master of ceremony, right? My task would be to first off welcome the judges, introduce myself, and then I would have to introduce every team. So there were two little problems there. One, it's a little bit stressing to talk to an audience, right, of people that you don't know. It's not the same as presenting in class where everybody is your age and you can practice, right? This was like an actual event with the judges being people from their fields, right? Scotiabank managers. I'm pretty sure even the regional manager of Scotiabank was one of the judges at a certain point. So it is a little bit nerve wracking. One problem I ran into is that I went both for Saturday and Sunday, and on Saturday the first team was La Cité, which is a French CJEP. And so I had to do the introduction in French. Now, mind you, I do speak French, but when it's your first time ever doing this and it's on French, it is pretty stressing. So I mixed up a lot of my words a lot of the time. And although I had the cue cards, I would still forget it. And then the other part that was stressful is that you never know how the schools are pronounced. Like there was a school that I still can't pronounce till today, and I struggle with it, which was funny. But you get a hang of it. On Sunday, for example, the other thing that happened, I would say, is that I completely forgot to introduce the team. So I said hello to the judges. I said a little hi to everyone, explained the rules, and then I went to sit down, completely forgetting that I had to introduce the team. Otherwise, they would not be able to enter the room. So I had to go back and I just said, all right, sorry, I forgot introducing the team. I introduced the team. And these were the finals. So I would say there was like around 150 people in that room, and they all laughed. But listen, it is stressful, but it was a great experience. You got to know a lot of people, a lot of judges. You got to see people from other schools and connect with them. And like again, like your friends were there because we're hosting it. There was so many people that I knew, and it was really fun seeing everybody dressed up to their best for this event, talking to them, walking around, and everybody just being confused and learning this for the first time. It was a lot of fun. I definitely would go again for sure.
And who
So
won the competition?
in the end, I think. Oh
Seneca?
wow, Seneca. I think Seneca won the competition. Yeah. The last case. Do you remember what it was about? Oh wait, you weren't there for Sunday, right?
No.
On Sunday, it was about a company that had to that manufactured during COVID a lot of hand sanitizers, and because COVID was over, they couldn't they weren't using a lot of their machinery, and I think they also produced a couple of like cleaning products, but not like cleaning products for houses, like for skin, skincare and stuff like that. And so they had to come up with a way to like, expand their business and stop their losses because they were losing a lot of money because they had a lot of equipment without use. So it's pretty interesting. Honestly, congratulations to all the teams that were there. It was really impressive. I'm gonna be honest. I consider myself a great presenter, and I don't think I was even like anything close to the worst presenter that I saw. Not to say that there were any bad ones, but I did not even come close to them. I was impressed how formal they were, their skills, how organized, how well spoken, and they did not look nervous at all. Sure, everybody makes little mistakes. You know, you mess up a word, but wow, it was incredible to see how well they were at presenting. Tommy, would you like to ever participate in the case competition? Not help, but like present in it. How do you think you would feel?
I think I'd be stressed. I love stressed. And I think I'd also be lost because of my stress. So my problem is when I start to stress, I tend to not be able to think or like process any information that comes into my head.
And when you present, you're like, yeah, and that's our thing, guys, and that's what we do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Coming from experience and presenting with this guy multiple times, that's how we rehearse it. And it's all good. The moment we present, this guy starts bugging, bro. Like, the teachers be looking, and we're like, "What?" Like, Tommy, that's not your part,
Going
man.
into the bus all of a sudden.
I don't do well with stress, bro.
It's okay, right? But like the teams that were there looked like they had a lot of fun. Vanier finished third in their section. So there were three sections, three divisions, basically, and each division had 8 teams, and only the 2 best teams of each division would go and compete on Sunday for the final. So 6 teams at the end go on Sunday and compete, and that's where they get ranked from 1, 2, and 3. But Vanier actually did very well in their performance. Apparently, I'm sad that I didn't get to watch it honestly and support our school, but I heard a lot of good things, to be honest.
I think it was because of the time, because they needed like they were missing 30 seconds, something like that. So that's why they got penalties.
Oof.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, so apparently you needed like minimum of 18 minutes, and if it was anything under, you would get penalized. And yeah, I think they lost a couple points, or maybe just one. I think it was 1 point per every 30 seconds you're under, and I think they lost a point because of that. It's okay. They did a good effort. Honestly, not everybody can do what they did. Like, it is very stressful. So I'm just, happy of what they accomplished, honestly. Well, in other news, since this is a podcast about Vanier, there's one subject that I actually enjoy talking about, and I want to get your opinions. So, do any of you know why there are signs everywhere in school that say no gambling and no card games?
I have no clue.
Damn Italians!
What?
My theory for this is that
Hypotheses.
this gambling thing, some group, I don't know, they gambled too much and this got a bit too high and something went terribly wrong. And after that, we're like, hey, we're going to put a policy in so that none of this happens again. Because, like, I even looked in the sign, it even says, like, even card games is, like, prohibited. I'm like, is it really that serious? I'm like, what could have possibly happened to put it, like, all around? Like, you even see it in, like, libraries and stuff. I'm like, who gambles in a library? Like, you can't even talk with the person that you're gambling with. Like,
I have a funny story.
Go ahead.
Actually, I got caught playing with cards at the end basement. I
Surprise.
got caught playing Uno with my friend group, and the security was like making a big deal out of it, and she was contacting other securities, and somehow she was like, "We'll be back. Just get your student ID ready." No. And as she left, we just all ran.
So yeah.
And then
okay, so the security guard, if you're watching this, take note.
Take note.
bro.
This is Tommy.
And then the next day she sees us. She does not say anything.
So what was the point
I
of
guess-
running away if she was just going to see you again?
No, because
I don't know. Maybe escape the
Okay.
trouble while it was happening.
our building is an end, bro. Like, what am I supposed to do? Not attend class anymore?
I mean, what was? Don't run. Just take it like take the bullet.
I can take it.
I can just imagine a bunch of little Asians running away, scattering like rats. Scurry, guys, scurry. What?
No,
My
we said F that. We just did.
So that's actually like what I wanted to mention. It says no card games, but they're not only talking about like your regular like cards. They're talking about like Uno cards, anything. You are not allowed to use any cards. You can actually get in trouble. You're actually not the first person to get in trouble for playing Uno because people see no card games and are like, okay, it means like the regular ones, right? Right? You're like ace to king, but they actually take it very seriously, and the reason for that is none of these are facts. I was never there when it happened, but this is what I've heard through reliable sources, Vanier faculty. So apparently, what happened in the past is some, you could say, little mafias formed around school, and people started betting for money for real. And what ends up happening? Well, just look at the casino. You start losing your money. You're like, whatever. I'll take out money from my credit card, or I'll like get a loan for this. And so people started borrowing money for each other, and obviously they would lose the money. And well, then what do? You still owe money to somebody now. And so what ended up happening is people started going to get their money. Like, hey, where's my money? You haven't paid me. You say you would pay me. And then they started breaking each other's legs, like actually. And so that ended up causing the school to put a rule that no gambling and no card games. Although, if I'm being honest, I don't think gambling is allowed at any school. But card games, I see it as a little bit of an exaggeration. So, like, if you're
What?
playing a board game, like, I don't know, Risk, and there's cards, does that count as a card game? Or, like, is that, like, it does, really? Wow.
I
I
don't
just
know.
think
We
it was
should
very
try it.
interesting.
Damn, so my theory was
Right.
right. I just said that like out of my ass, bro. I didn't think it was actually that's the reason why.
No. It actually happened. It was a big problem at Vanier at some point. But this was years ago, like long time ago. So we didn't get to see any of that. But
But I
Thankfully.
think every school has its no gambling, no cards, no nothing policy. Like every school, Dawson has it too. I think
Really?
from what I know.
the cards, I'm not sure.
I
The
don't know.
gambling, most likely. But the cards, I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, nothing.
All I know is that, honestly, to me, it seems like a dumb rule. Like, sure, no gambling, but no card games. I don't really,
Yeah.
I don't really see a reason for that. You can bet on anything. I can bet on how many red shirts I'm going to see that day, and if I'm right or wrong, you can just play with whatever you want. You don't need cards for that.
Yeah.
So, now, since we're also talking about Vanier, right? Have you guys found any good places to eat at around Vanier?
So this
Bolorange.
is basic.
Basic. Bolorange.
Bolorange is a good
No,
spot.
whoa. I was about to answer and then he thought I'm gonna let him speak.
Oh, my bad. I mean, my bad. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Bolorange is on the Carré Street. It's really affordable for student, and it's Korean food. Wow. Okay, I'm stopped.
Are you paid?
Are you Korean?
Um,
Are you
I'm like
Asian?
10% Korean. Yes, I'm fully Asian.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, and so you would recommend it? Because I've never been personally.
I recommend it. Their katsu chicken with cheese inside is like hella bus.
It is.
I-
It is.
Or
It's
love
or the tteokbokki is hella crazy too.
Oh, I love tteokbokki. I love
Cause like
tteokbokki and kimchi.
Not
You-
to mention, the owners are very good with their hospitality. They're very kind, and they're always patient with you as well. Even if you're a big group, because me and Tommy, we tend to go, I don't know, 6+ people at a time, out of nowhere, and they could handle us. Pause really well.
yeah.
It sounds really good, to be honest. I actually really like Korean food. Sadly, I never knew anybody that went, and I've never had like a group of friends or anybody that I know that has invited me to go with them.
I'll
But,
bring you there.
Oh, thank you, Tommy. Wow, I really appreciate that. So then we'll go one day, and then we can maybe even talk about it on the podcast after and let people know
Yeah.
what I think.
Or we could buy it to go and show it on podcast.
Oh, you're right.
That's
Yeah, and it's advertisement for them too. We have to support the local businesses.
Local
Shit,
Canadian
sponsorship.
businesses.
Okay, now I'm
Exactly.
gonna say a local business I know. I like the fried rice.
Oh,
Amazing.
Maison Chico.
Yeah,
What's
and
about
Valley.
it?
the owner, she has like birds, like all over the restaurant, and you could just see them and
Okay, but
listen.
it's kind of annoying though.
But what's the name of
It's
the restaurant?
not. It's cute.
What's the name of the restaurant?
Maison Shindo.
Maison Shindon. Where is that?
Do you
Is that
remember
near, like,
the restaurant where you drove me in your Tesla?
It's
And I was like, I'll bring you one day.
Oh, quick little flex.
quick little flip.
Like they
Yeah,
were flexing car.
you
Now,
know
okay.
the Tesla that like went super fast, like my heart
Yeah.
almost dropped. Yeah, like that car.
Are you sure it wasn't the Lambo that day?
No, I'm pretty sure it was like a Bugatti.
Okay. No,
Anyways,
Anyways, yes. Because
Lambo
Vanier food,
Bugatti. What's the difference?
yeah.
But what? The first is what?
Vanier food is really expensive.
it
Yes,
is.
and honestly, it's not that really good.
No, it's
It's
not.
not.
No, it's not. Even the pizza that you can get at decaf, it isn't even that good to be honest.
For
Like,
for $5 or whatever,
Is it,
six.
is it still pizza? Because like
yeah.
I feel like the pizza changed.
It's not pizza, man. The
It
the
was. It was. We're not.
it's not the same like at all.
Oh, you're right. I
Okay,
think it's
so
not pizza anymore. I think you're right.
what do you think? What happened? They
I
just
don't
stopped
know.
selling pizza.
I mean, who knows? I mean, just look at Jake's. You guys saw what happened. They closed down completely. Like nobody ever
Bankruptcy.
thought
They
that would
had they
happen.
had like a thrift store. Yeah, they had like a thrift store type of thing going
That
on for
that
like a
wasn't
bit.
Jake's. That wasn't Jake's. It was another company that bought everything and was selling it. So basically, after Jake's went bankrupt, another company came in and they're like, "Hey, we'll buy like all your leftover stock." And like obviously at a big discount, and then they start selling it back to students, like still at a discount technically, but they're making a profit. But Jake's just closed, and honestly, I don't know what happened. I heard different things from different people. From one side, I heard that like they weren't paying their debts, and that was from a teacher that they had apparently like a lot of debts and they weren't paying them. And from another side, I just heard that like just nobody was buying. And then their trick of trying to gain money was to raise the prices at like their cafeteria, because the bookstore, right? Like everything was super expensive. Like I don't know about you guys, but every time I had to buy a book, I wouldn't buy it from Jake's. I would buy it either from Amazon or anywhere else, or even sometimes, I'm not condoning this, but I would get it online for free. But they jacked up the prices of like their coffees to the point where like you would have a coffee this size for like $7. It was
11. It was 11.
crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
11?
white mocha, iced white
Bro.
mocha for $11. Not even a Starbucks.
Yeah.
The hell?
So they
Dude, that's
did
like
that.
2 weeks of coffee, bro.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Like
And then
you go to a McDonald's, it's like $1, man.
Yeah, and so they did that, and well, I mean, us as business students, we know that just because you jack up the prices doesn't mean people are gonna go and buy from you. Like, if anything, you're gonna turn off your consumers. That's logic. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
And so they started losing money from both sides. People stopped buying their coffee, and they weren't buying already from the store. And so obviously, it was just
And they had their membership, but I think the membership was just like what, $1 discount. That was it. That was their
Yeah.
membership
It
for
was like a 10%
$15 per
Yeah.
month.
yeah.
Oh.
Also,
It was bad,
like
yeah.
ordering the books and shit was like
Oh
hard.
my god.
It was
Yes.
rough.
Yes, it was.
Getting the books ordering was tough.
Yes, it was. Yeah, you had to
I
fill out like a
personally
paper
never
and
bought a
stuff.
book from Jake's.
Never.
Like the whole time. Yeah, never. Actually, like never. I think I had to do it once, and at that point of time, like Jake's wasn't even operating anymore.
Oh.
Lord.
Like it was this semester. I had to buy for this semester, and like it was the thing. Like what Eastman? I don't even know what that is.
Eastman
Like
pack.
Yeah.
Eastman pack. For
yeah,
friends.
Eastman packs. It's like
Yeah.
so. Like that was the first time I actually like bought something. Like or else I just like you, Caesar. I just get it online,
Mhm.
and then or you just crack it.
Mhm.
I mean, no, sorry. I don't crack books. I purchase everything locally.
Exactly. Same. We don't condone that. Do not condone that. Stay away from those sites where you can get books for free without a virus, because supporting those people that are trying to take even more money from students, we should definitely keep buying from them. That's the right way to go. But talking about that, at the decaf, I talked to one of the workers there a lot. She's this Asian woman, and she's really nice. She's so sweet.
Oh,
Every day I show up like an hour before school like even starts, and I just go with her while she's opening, and we just talk. She tells me about her life, her kids, her husband, what she used to do before before working at the cafeteria, and she actually told me how they're not allowed to compete on lowest prices. They weren't allowed. This was a long time ago to compete on who has the lowest price coffee. So they actually had to keep both cafeterias had to keep the same prices. So Jake's Caf and Decaf had to sell their coffees at the same price, but they could raise them. They just couldn't lower them from a certain price. And that's when Jake's Caf started putting them up. I remember this was like 2 years ago, maybe, and already yes. And already their coffee was like $5. It was much more expensive. So like when you have two cafeterias like that and you can get the same amount and literally like the same coffee, but in one place it's like 275 or 325 and in the other side it's like 575. Like come on. It's the same thing.
It's like what, a 2 minute distance of like walking. It's not even anything. Like it's not even,
Exactly.
and you don't even have to go outside.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just makes the whole thing.
Exactly.
It's sad though because it's been there for so long to see it go, but they kind of had it coming with these type of prices and whatnot.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, yeah. I think it's horrible. Those kind of people that like try to take advantage of students. Like already students tend to be people with like not a lot of money and not even a lot of time to work because we're at school
Yeah.
all the time. And then if you have any extracurricular activities like we were talking about before, the case competition over the weekend. Like I had to like cancel on work for one of the days because they needed help. So imagine that as a student who also works, I can't even work a lot, so I don't have a lot of money. And then I get to school where they're trying to charge me for an $11 coffee. That's horrible. That's horrible. And that actually, like, fun story. I have a friend, and she actually rented a locker just so she could keep inside the locker a coffee machine, coffee pods. And so what she would do is between her classes, she would just plug it outside, put water, and make herself her own coffee from home. Because it's like,
Yeah.
it's so much smarter. Like, you're saving so much money, you know? Imagine you could have that and it could be even brought to your class directly. That would be amazing if there was something like that that existed. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like the school is really lacking in these types of services.
Could you
Yeah.
imagine just clearing out the lockers? Like she forgets it, and they just find a brand new coffee machine just sitting in there. No, but going back on that point, like, yeah, I feel like you know how you go at these workplaces and whatnot, like in the rooms, every single room there's like a coffee machine, break rooms, like whatever it is, like
Everywhere.
they have machines. They always keep everyone, whatever they need, it's always there. Like the fact that even in my high school, some classes had coffee machines in the back. So like just seeing that, for a college that big, not even having any sort of facilities to be able to do that, kind of, makes me think.
Yeah. Any single little place where you want to get coffee, it's super expensive. There's even machines. I don't know if you guys have seen them. Machines outside of the cafeteria, right in front, where you can like pay for a coffee. But like, there's no like machine where you could just put your pod and like get a coffee. Like I would love that if there was a machine at Vanier where like it's like bring your own pots. There's water, but you just bring your own pot. I would love that. I mean, I think they have one at Beehive, but I'm not sure about that. Do you guys know what Beehive is by any chance?
Is
No,
it
I don't.
the place where they do like activities for fun and stuff?
So on the B
There you
building on
go.
the second floor, there's a little place where like you can go and it's called the Beehive, and I'm pretty sure that's where like Vanier Student Life Services is or
Yeah.
something like that around there. I think they do have a coffee machine there, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. But like, why can't we have that like everywhere? You know what I mean? Like, why do we gotta pay for every single coffee? Like, hey, if I want to bring my own coffee, then what's the problem? And not only that, you have to be forced to buy their things too. Like, what if I want to buy a Red Bull at school? There are no Red Bulls. You have to buy these Starbucks coffee macchiato thingies. That tastes horrible. That tastes horrible. All you can drink at school
Hey,
is
whoa, whoa, whoa! Why are you hitting on Starbucks, man? Starbucks drinks are fire. I don't know what you're on.
no the big ones. I'm talking about the big ones, the ones in cans. You know which ones
Like,
I'm talking
oh, the
about?
ones that are cans are bad.
I don't like
But
them.
the glass ones are good.
Yeah, the glass ones
But
are
But the,
good.
apparently,
Oh, like the coffee ones, right? Like the
yeah.
shots. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like
Yeah,
yeah, those are bad.
yeah, those
Like
are
yeah,
fine.
no, those are bad. Yeah, okay, I thought you meant like those, like the ones in glass, like the vanilla,
No,
caramel. I was like, we were about to throw hands here. Like, no, 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 you do not call that trash.
Maybe because like coffee is not good for you or energy drink, so that's why like they don't want to encourage students to buy that.
No,
Um,
the thing with Red Bull is that it contains like a ridiculous amount of caffeine. Like it's not good for you. So like that's why they don't sell it on school grounds.
Okay, so let me get this clear. So some people like me tend to have days where they have to be from 8 in the morning until 4 p.m. at school with no break in between besides those 15 minutes just to get to your next class. And you have to buy overpriced coffee, and it's either or it's like I said, super expensive, and there's nowhere else that you could go get a Red Bull or something else you want. Not even a soft drink, like sugar-free soft drink. Like hell, if I could walk to the IGA or the pharmacy that is close to school, like the end building, and come back in time for my class, okay, I wouldn't mind it so much. Even if it was winter, whatever, I'd suffer just to get my drink. But you don't even have enough time to do that. You're gonna be late for all your classes, and that's what I mean. That's why I like it grinds my gears that as a student, you're forced to consume their things, and also they expect you to like pay like super huge prices. Like just think about the subway. Did you guys know that the subway that's inside end building is more expensive than the subway that's
It
at
is,
walking
yep.
distance from Vanier? They just
Yep.
jack up the prices because it's for students. It's more convenient. So if you want to save money, just walk to the other subway. And this is what I mean. They really try taking advantage of students. It's horrible.
But I think it also goes back to like they have to be a certain amount to be inside the school, and to make up for that money, they charge you more. I think that's probably why. I'm not sure on that. I'm not saying that's the reason why, but it could be. And at the same time, like they need to make their money, right? So
They need
I
to
mean,
save their
like
money.
charging those price, and they know that it's not like we have another choice. Like you said, like imagine you're in your situation, right, where you're like you don't have those long breaks and whatnot. You can't go outside really. What are you gonna do? It's either you don't buy it and you suffer, or you just bite your teeth and you pay that $10 and then you buy it and you eat it, and
I
or
mean-
like drink it, whatever it is.
Have you not heard of School Run?
Yeah, I heard.
No, what
apparently-
is it? Tell me, what's that?
No, what is
So school run is
I heard it
I
was
think
ran
I'll
by
let-
some really handsome gentleman. That's what I heard.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think they went by the name of Caesar, Tommy, and Harry.
Oh.
What a coincidence, yo! What a
What a
coincidence.
coincidence! That just
I think
happens
they
to be
deliver-
us.
I think they deliver food and snacks to people right at their door. You know,
Yeah,
There you
not
go.
their house. At school. At school.
at school, sorry, at their class door. Yeah.
All right. All right.
So-
Y'all had me at the first half, bro. Y'all had me in the first half. Well,
So
It was a
for-
solution to every student.
so
can
for
you
those of
explain
that-
to the
Yeah.
audience what it
We were
is?
bringing your needs with.
Speed.
Exactly.
So for you in the audience, for you guys in the audience that don't know what we're talking about, for another class project, we had to start our own business, and the three geniuses right here, we decided to start something called School Run.
Okay,
So
good
School
for
Run
you.
was kind of like an Uber Eats, but inside the school itself. So let's say you wanted us to bring you like a coffee, right? Because like I mentioned earlier, sometimes you get those schedules where like you don't have any breaks, right? And like sometimes classes even run later than they're supposed to, even though they, by the rules of the college, they have to give us a break, and a lot of teachers still don't. And that really pisses me off. They're like, no, but still, most people don't have a class after this. Okay, but I do. I need my 15-minute break, not a 5-minute break. But that's besides the point. And those days that you don't really have a break, what we were trying to do is be like a service where you could order from us. We would go get you the item from the cafeteria and charge you about like a $1 to $2 or $3 fee, depending on how far away it was. Not only that, but we were also selling other products ourselves that you couldn't find in the school to try to help the students, right? And like add more variety to what you can get. Like again, like I said again, you can't really leave school sometimes, right? You don't have the time. There are things you could definitely not get in school, and that's why we were trying to help. Which personally, I feel like it's still a great idea. I completely think it's a great idea. I don't know what you
Yeah.
guys think.
No, I think the same. I think that would have helped so many students if we took it seriously.
Okay, but we're biased because we were part of it. What about the people that weren't part of it? Like you, Alejandro, or you, Anthony?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Question: was this a project assignment,
Yes, it
or
was.
you just wanted to start a business?
No, project assignment.
So-
Project
Yeah.
assignment.
Yeah. So how it worked is that it was for our entrepreneurship class, and like after the theory was done, it was more like hands on. It's like go out and do it for real now. So then that's what we did. We had to. Each team had a business idea. We all did different things. Some there was a team that was like making these turtles that are like handmade, and they would the earnings from it, a percentage of it would go to like a turtle like saving organization, stuff like that.
Yep.
And I mean, we didn't do any of that. We just kept the profits for ourselves. Not that we made any, but
What profit? What
Because-
profit?
we up.
Eggs. What ended up happening at the end is we had so much stock that we ended up like being at a loss. Which I mean, the stock didn't go to waste. I personally love energy drinks, so I drank all of them, and I gave some to Tommy and Anthony. Anytime we were in school, I would text them, "Yo, I'm on my way to school. You don't want an energy drink?" Even Alejandra, I think I brought her once too. Honestly,
You brought it for everyone here.
exactly.
He was our energy drink supplier for about a month.
Mhm.
Which, like, look, personally, I think that whole like school run thing was really fun. I did enjoy it, but I think it failed for two reasons. One, as students starting your own business, we already work, we already have extracurricular activities like Tommy going to volleyball, and we already have full-time classes. Adding your own business to that mix, it's not gonna work. It needs to either replace completely the classes, but then you don't learn any theory, or
Yeah.
just theorize it and not really like do it. Like some of our classes, we have simulations online that we do, right? And it's just like a game, something like that. Honestly, I think it's a good idea, and I think it's something that students would like. But sadly, it didn't go well for us, unfortunately.
Nope.
But of course, it's at the end, it's a learning experience. We kind of got hands-on experience on how it is to actually, like when we prepared for inventory, we planned how we're gonna do that. So like that aspect, in that sense, we kind of learned. But like Caesar said, like being able to juggle all of that with everything else going on with life,
It was tough.
yeah, it was tough, but it was good. Regardless, we enjoyed it, especially like when we were able to see like money coming in. That feeling was nice,
It was
Yeah.
that the heavy lunch bag with all the coins inside felt really good.
Did people actually like bought from you?
Oh yeah.
Like the
Yes.
the service itself, the service itself. Like,
Oh, I'm gonna let Tommy take that answer. Tommy,
I mean,
I got it.
go
you
ahead.
got it. What?
No, you can go. You can go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got a few orders, but yeah, one of the orders we just didn't have the product yet, but that person thought we had it in our inventory, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we didn't have it yet, so we couldn't really deliver that. And there was this one special person that we thought was playing a prank on us. I'm not gonna name that person.
And we hate them, but we will say that we hate them, and they're a snitch. We're just gonna say those two things about them.
Yeah, yeah, she snitched on us because we didn't take her seriously, and sorry, them seriously.
That-
We didn't take them seriously, and yeah, we just didn't deliver her anything. Them
And
anything.
then we got a bad review. We got
Yeah.
a bad review.
yeah, we got
They
our
went
only,
and told the teacher.
our only
They went and
bad
told the teacher.
review.
The teacher. Exactly. Then the teacher came up to us and was like, "Guys, you guys are promising something and you're not doing it. Are you guys scamming?" Like,
you still have
What
the
is it?
Instagram account?
No,
No.
we deleted it.
oh no,
although
discontinued it.
I can say this. I had like a little small fridge that I could carry around, and I was like running around school and selling it. I sold like I think 4 or 5 drinks.
I remember that. Didn't you get stopped?
Yes, because apparently we're not allowed to sell stuff on campus.
Apparently, it's not. It's against school policy. Like,
Yes,
And
It's illegal.
especially energy drinks are not allowed in school policies.
and apparently that person that told me not to sell stuff knew that it was for our entrepreneurship class. So someone tried to set us up. I'm not gonna name.
No,
names.
not names.
There's no names here, but I almost got in trouble, to be honest.
Yeah,
Again.
I just want to say that it's not nice to do that. That's all I know about that.
Not
It's really
nice.
not nice to do that.
Not nice.
No, no.
It's not nice
Why
to do
you do
that.
that? It's not nice.
We'll put the clip.
doing it.
We'll put the clip from the video.
What you did was not nice. It's not nice to do that!
All right. So for our last point, just wanted to ask you guys, what does it feel like being in your your last semester? Like we're about to graduate, we're finishing our 3-year program because for us it's 3 years. Most programs are 2 years, but they have to go to uni, right? Us, we can go to work directly. So for a lot of people that we know, they're just gonna end up going to work directly, and we're probably never gonna see them again, not even in uni. So how do you guys feel?
To be honest, like I told you guys earlier, this is not my last semester. I still got another year because stage course is only winter courses. And I couldn't do it this semester, fortunately. So I think it's pretty sad I don't get to graduate with you guys because I started with you guys, you know. But I think it'd be pretty sad seeing you guys like graduate. It's not gonna be the same anymore. But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Don't worry, Tommy. I'm still with you, bro. I got one more semester.
Tommy, I'm with you as well. I got one.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, you know, I'm gonna miss my 2 Mexican. Oh, wait. Go ahead.
I have to do summer school, but like,
Oh,
Oh yeah, that doesn't count.
See. Yeah, I'm gonna miss my 2 little Mexicans here that really helped me throughout my whole college career, you know. And I had really fun times with them, and I really love their vibes. That's all I gotta say.
oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah. Okay. Well, and for me, it is my last semester unless I stay and do 2 prerequisites for uni. But you can also do them during uni. So I'll see what happens. For me, I'd say it is sad seeing like this end because I've enjoyed my whole time on CJEP. It's been very fun for me. I've met a lot of amazing people, a lot of amazing teachers. Obviously bad ones too and bad people like students too. You meet all kinds of people, but overall it's been a great experience. I've really loved it, and I'm excited to see what happens in my next chapter, right? But with like the end of our school for our education here at Vanier, this podcast has come to an end. So we just want to thank everybody that joined and tuned in to listen to us ramble about honestly pretty useless things. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you can, join us next week since we plan on posting more, and we have to for our class, but we actually enjoy it. And so we will see you next time. So goodbye, everyone.
Hey, we'll
We'll be back soon.
We'll be back soon.
it's so funny.
Thank you sorry for hurting your ears.